Hey, what's up foodies? I'm David and today I'm going to show you how to make tomato mascarpone pasta two ways. Each method has its own advantages. One of them is really quick and even a little unconventional. The other is classic and brings out even more flavor. But whichever one you choose, this dish is fresh, simple, comforting and perfect for summer and fall. Stick around because I'm going to show you the secrets to making this pasta ultra creamy. So let's get into it. For this method, we are going to be using the oven. So before anything else, preheat it to 375 Fahrenheit or 190 Celsius. Next, we are going to wash our tomatoes. Then, in a heat-proof bowl, salt, black pepper, garlic, oregano, olive oil, combine them. Now, cherry or grape tomatoes are going to work the best here because they have this natural sweetness to them, but you could also use chopped Roma or plum tomatoes if that's all you have on hand. Roast them in the oven for about 25 minutes if you are using small tomatoes or 35 minutes for larger ones. At the 10-minute mark, get in there and mash the tomatoes around with a wooden spoon. This is going to release all those juices and make the flavor way better in the end. This step also prevents the garlic from burning. As those are finishing up, let's make some pasta. Bring a large pot of salted water to a boil. When boiling, throw in the pasta and cook until al dente. For this recipe, I like to use cube-shaped pasta, like rigatoni, fusilli or penne, because the little nooks hold the sauce really well, but it will be just as delicious with spaghetti or linguine. Before you drain the pasta, take out a little pasta water and save it for later for the sauce. Now we are ready to bring it all together. Pull your tomatoes out of the oven. Then add mascarpone cheese, just a splash of the pasta water we saved earlier, and a few basil leaves to the roasted tomato mixture and mix it all together. If you don't have any mascarpone, you could substitute it with a full-fat cream cheese or a mix of Parmesan cheese with heavy cream. But I wouldn't recommend it unless you have to, because the mascarpone has a rich sweetness that really makes the sauce come alive. And you could also blend this up if you want an even smoother sauce. Incorporate the drained pasta into the sauce, freshly grated Parmesan cheese, and more pasta water if needed, and toss it around until everything is completely coated. And plate it. And for the final touch, garnish with basil and a bit more Parmesan. I love this method because the oven does the most work for me. But if it's a hot day in the middle of the summer and you don't want to turn the oven on, there's still another way to make this dish. And it includes a few extra steps that can actually make it even more flavorful. For the second method, you need all the same ingredients with just minor adjustment. Onion. First cook the pasta same as before and save some of the pasta water the exact same way. Next, let's chop the onion. Now in this recipe also need to slice the tomatoes, so let's cut them in half. Then heat up olive oil in a large pan over medium heat. Once it's hot, I'll chop onions and cook for around 5 minutes. You'll know it's done when it becomes translucent and soft. Put in some minced garlic and cook until you can smell it through the whole kitchen. Now let's throw in cherry tomatoes. Season with salt, black pepper, oregano, and for a nice cake, chili flakes. Now just cook it for around 8 to 10 minutes, stirring often until it breaks down into a sauce. If the sauce is too dry, make sure to add a splash of water. You can mash up the tomatoes for extra creaminess. After 10 minutes, reduce the heat to low and cook it for another 5 to 10 minutes. At this point, you could also pour in a splash of white wine into the sauce and cook it for a few minutes. This step is optional, but this adds depth to the flavors, and it works especially when you are cooking it on the stovetop. Today I'm going to skip this step because I'm making this dish for my kid. From here on out, it's exactly the same as the oven method. Stir in the mascarpone cheese, add a little bit of pasta water, mix until creamy. Now, add basil and adjust the seasoning to taste. Toss in your pasta, add Parmesan cheese and more pasta water if needed, and toss it around until everything is completely coated. And you are ready to eat. I doubt even a single bite of this meal is getting left behind. But if you do have leftovers, avoid freezing them, because the mascarpone and the sauce tend to separate in there. I think this recipe is perfect the way it is, but you could make it healthier by adding a little chicken, shrimp, or even a can of tuna once it's done. It's super customizable to whatever you like or have at home. For more tricks to make it even tastier, don't forget to check out the full written recipe on my website. There are a few extra substitute ingredients you can use in there as well. And if you're looking for more delicious pasta recipes that take no effort, make sure to watch my top 10 easy pasta recipes video next. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.